Hello everybody, Live with Peri here, and today I have a story time for you all. Now this story time happened about a month ago. I haven't really been putting it off telling you all. I mean, I've actually been really excited to tell you all, but a bunch has been going on and I'm super excited to get down to it. This story time starts about a month ago. The exact date was March the 7th. I know that because it was the first day of the Youth and Government Seminar, which is something in West Virginia, where 2 representatives from each school are picked. For me, for my school, it was via essay, and I won the essay contest for the girls, and then of course, my best friend Ethan won for the boys. So, we were there, and during our free time, we were allowed to go to the Charleston Mall, which has about 3 stories, and it's pretty big, honestly. You could get lost in it, I guess, but we didn't, luckily. But we were going there for the evening after everything was done, all the introductions, and we just went there and we were hungry. So we were like, you guys want to go to QDOBA'S or Five Guys? And QDOBA'S and Five Guys, there's like this sign pointing to it like that way. And I mean, it looked legit. We saw people in the mall carrying it before earlier when we came for lunch. And it looked pretty legit, so we were like, yeah, let's go to QDOBA'S and Five Guys. But my best friend Isabella, well, not really my best friend at the time, but we just met earlier that day. Basically, my roomie Isabella was like, my mom's here to give me money. Her mom was near the Starbucks, near the food court in the waterfalls where I'm at below Shields, near that area, near the Build-A-Bear, if you guys know where Charleston Mall is. And she was around there, and we got the money from her. So basically, everyone else was like, okay, we'll meet you at QDOBA'S or Five Guys. I don't remember which one we said. But they were like gonna be back in that area. And then suddenly Kayla and Maddie, my other 2 roomies, text me saying just those 2 girls, the boys were still gonna be at QDOBA'S and Five Guys, but just those 2 girls were going to the food court because Maddie wasn't in the mood for QDOBA'S or Five Guys. She was being picky. So we were like, okay, we're still gonna go to QDOBA'S and Five Guys. So we went back there and followed the signs, and it led, like, you know those creepy alleyways in New York that are just like between the buildings and cigarette butts everywhere? That was exactly it, except it was indoors. There were cigarette butts, you could smell weed. It was disgusting, honestly. And there was like these people hiding in shady corners. It was very, very disturbing. We saw this one guy with like this polo on. He looked like a college student. And you're gonna want to remember that guy. He was there. We went into Five Guys. No one was there. Not a single soul was there. All the Five Guys employees looked at us like, please come eat food. And we're like, nah. And we just back out. And then we go to QDOBA'S, look for the boys. The only person there is like this one guy at a booth eating. And the QDOBA'S employees are like, please stay. So we back out. We're like, holy crap, we're the guys. The shady alleyway's just making us think, oh my gosh, they got abducted, oh my gosh. We text them, they don't respond. We go up to the food court thinking they're there with Maddie and Kayla. They aren't there. We start flipping out. But not before we went to Dairy Queen, and Isabella got a free Blizzard and I got a free Sprite. So it was like, yeah, they were like, here, just take some ice cream and Sprite. And they actually served it to us upside down. Not the Sprite, but the Blizzard. And I was like, cool. And they're like, you know what, it's the end of the day, just take it. And we're like, that's pretty neat. We don't see the boys. Finally, Ethan responds via text, and he's like, we went to Panera Bread, the alleyway creeped us out, and I'm like, yes. And so everyone was safe, but fast forward to the next night. We went to the Youth and Government Seminar, is like all about government and learning about it, and that night we went to this thing called Night Court, which is like Magistrate Court, except in the Kanawha County, where there's a bunch of people, it goes on all night. So they have some really weird cases come in. Like, they just pull people off the streets that, like, it was just, like, people they just pulled off the streets. So, first one that comes in, the guy was dealing fake methamphetamine, and then the next guy that comes in is the guy in the polo that we saw, that looked like a college student. He looked familiar, and I couldn't put a finger on it, dealing, like, drug driving or something like that, and his hair is, like, all messed up. And I look at Isabella, I'm like, isn't he familiar? And she's like, yeah. So, listen, he was accused of 4 cases of assault and abuse inside the very QDOBA'S. And then suddenly we all like, holy crap, we were just there. And so we start flipping out, and then they start mentioning the times. It was 7 minutes after we left that QDOBA'S. No joke, 7 minutes. So we're flipping out, and then the funny part is he goes, can I pay my bail with a credit card or a debit card? And the judge goes, sir, if you have a debit card with $10,000 on it, I'd like to see it, but I will not accept it. But we were nearly abducted, abused, all that stuff inside the QDOBA'S. And of course, John Switzerland, the comic relief of the group, was out there singing a song after we left we almost got abducted at QDOBA'S. And honestly, it was kind of funny, but it was so serious, but I just thought you all should know that. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the story time. Yeah, anyway, see you all later, bye!